Welcome once again to the Three Trees second performance. A full packed hall. Thank you very much for coming and supporting our wonderful, amazingly talented boys and girls that are Shine Choir. We've been practicing for quite a few weeks now, and we've been doing lots of different things in preparation for tonight's show. The three trees, when they were planted, they thought about what they wanted to be when they grew up. So we had a craft night and we talked about what we wanted to be when we grew up. So hence one of the displays is when I grew up. So please, at the end, don't rush off, take a chance to come and look round the displays. Needless to say, we're all right for vets in 20 years' time, because we're going to have, that's about 27 people want to be invited there. But we did have marine biologists and carpenters and rock stars and all sorts of things. So that was a really interesting night. We then talked about our greatest treasures in life, and that was quite humbling for the children to actually share those things with us. And needless to say, you do need to look at that board. And we thought about how God made each one of us unique and special and different. And that's the other display there. So please do take time to have a look at the displays. We're not having a break today, so we're running all the way through. There will be a little chance at the end to get your raffle tickets if you haven't already, or to have a go. Make sure we've got all those names that the pugs won tonight. It must go home tonight, our Easter pug. Right, there we go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shan's performance of The Tale of the Three Trees.
In preparing for our performance, we have worked together to discuss our greatest treasures in life and the times we have felt disappointed and how we have coped with that.
God has made each one of us unique, and as the three trees discovered, He has a plan for each and every one of us.
This traditional folktale is full of hope and encouragement for us all.
So sit back and relax and enjoy the tale of the three trees.
Once upon a mountaintop, 3 young trees were planted.
The seasons and years rolled by, and as they grew, they dreamed of what they wanted to be when they were big and strong.
When I look up at the twinkling stars, I dream of treasure. I hope I'll be turned into a beautiful treasure chest. I want to be filled with gold, silver, precious stones and exotic perfumes. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the whole world. When I look down on that river flowing out into the mighty oceans, I want to be made into the most powerful ship sailing the high seas, carrying important people across the world, maybe even a round ship fit for a king.
I love this hill so much that I don't want to leave it at all. I just want to stay here on this beautiful mountain and grow into the tallest tree ever, so that when people look up at me, they'll be looking up to God in heaven. down.
Come on guys, let's get wise, time to chop some trees down. Come on guys, let's get wise, time to chop them down. Chop, chop, hack, hack, timber. Chop, chop, hack, hack, timber. This one's mine, it looks just fine, the grain is nice and straight. This one's mine, it looks just fine, the grain is nice and straight. Chop, chop, hack, hack, saw, saw, to me, to you, timber. Chop, chop, hack, hack, saw, saw, to me, to you, timber. This one's strong, the branch is long, just right for a ghost. This one's strong, the branch is long, just right for a ghost. Chop, chop, hack, hack, saw, saw, to me, to you, mind your back, wear that hat, timber. Chop, chop, hack, hack, saw, saw, to me, to you, mind your back, wear that hat, timber. This one's good, at least it's wood, any old one will do. This one's good, at least it's wood, any old one will do. Chop, chop, hack, hack, saw, saw, to me, to you, mind your back, wear that hat, stand back, there she goes. Timber!
In the carpenter's workshop, the trees were excited about what they would be made into.
What have you got for me today then?
Well, the local farmer needs a feeding truck for his cattle. Will you make one out of this tree for him, please?
Yeah, that should be fine. We'll probably get a dozen or so feeding trucks out with this one if you like.
Great. Thanks, mate.
Oh no, that's not what I want it to be. I'm too good for a feed truck. I don't want to be filled with hay for hungry, smelly animals. They make me sneeze. Or I will never be beautiful and covered in gold and filled with precious treasure now. I'm so disappointed. I thought I would be the most beautiful treasure chest you've ever seen. But now I'm just filled with some straw and some hay and the hot smelly breath of the cattle all day.
She's so disappointed, she's so disappointed. Is this what she's destined to be? Her hopes have been dashed and her dreams have been smashed. But don't give up hope, wait and see.
Hello, what do you want then?
I need a fishing boat for a mate of mine. Do you think this tree will be strong enough?
Strong enough? Me? Of course I am. I'm ready for anything. Ready to sail the high seas. Ready for royalty. Ready to sail around the world. I'm to a point to be used for a smelly old fishing boat. Oh, fish, I feel sick. I'm so disappointed. I thought I not in bits now. Just give me the money and I'll go.
Oh no, what happened to my dream? All I ever wanted to do was stand on a mountain and point people to heaven. I'm so disappointed. I thought I would be the tallest, magnificent, beautiful tree. But now my roots have been thrown in the yard and left there abandoned. Oh, life is so hard.
She's so disappointed, she's so disappointed. Is this what she's destined to be? Her hopes have been dashed and her dreams have been smashed. But don't give up hope, wait and see. Time went by and slowly the three trees began to forget their dreams. But one special night, the light from a very bright star filled the room and poured over the first tree as a young mum placed her newborn baby in the feeding trough.
I wish I could have made a cradle for her, but Mary, this is all there is. Don't worry, Joseph, the mix is just perfect for God's son. Angels sang overhead and the first tree began to feel a warm glow.
What? Really? Why am I being used for a baby? Something tells me that this baby is very special indeed. I can hear angels singing. I think I'm holding the most treasured baby in history. My dream did come true after all.
I could never have imagined, not in all my wildest dreams, I would hold the greatest treasure that this world has ever seen. But as Mary laid her baby in my humble manger bed, I could hear the angels singing as the stars shone overhead. Hallelujah, Many years later, the little fishing boat was out on the lake, filled with smelly fish. Suddenly, a violent storm blew up, and the second tree began to feel very scared and alone.
Oh no, oh dear, what's happening? I don't think I'm strong enough to withstand this storm. I don't think we'll even make it to the other side of this lake.
Help! Jesus, wake up! How can you be asleep in the storm? Wake up! Do something! Help us or we'll all die!
What's happening now? Who's this asleep in my stern? What can they do about it anyways?
Storm, be quiet. Wind, still. Waves, stop. Peace.
Wow! Did you see that? Unbelievable! You control nature just listen to words, this Jesus. Maybe I am carrying a king after all, the king of creation. My dream has finally come true.
Also, after this, one Friday morning, the fir tree was startled as her leaves were yanked from a pile in the timber yard.
She flinched as she was carried roughly from an angry jeering crowd, and a man saw us.
Crucify him! Crucify him!
Come on!
Not once did she feel herself slip from the shaken hands, but 3 times. Each time the guard shouted for the man to pick up her. A sadness fell over the third tree.
Hurry up, move it!
Crucify him! Crucify him!
No! What has he done?
Crucify him! Crucify him!
Why did he nail his hands and his feet to me? Is he a common criminal? I feel so ugly and cruel. What happened to my dream of pointing people to God?
And at that moment, Jesus cried out with a loud voice.
My God, why have you forsaken me?
Then the sky turned as black as night, and Jesus breathed out his last breath and said,
Forgive them, Lord, they do not know what they are doing.
Crucified my Lord.
tree strong, and every time people think of the third tree, they would think of God in heaven.
I could never have imagined, not in all my wildest dreams, that the one who killed the dying should be nailed to my knees. But whenever people see me, just a humble wooden cross, I am looking into heaven and can feel the love of God. Hallelujah,
As we reflect on this tale of the three trees, let us consider how their encounters with Jesus turn something ordinary into something beautiful, something weak into something strong, and something forgotten into something significant. So whatever your hopes and dreams, whatever your disappointments, God has a plan for you and me and every one of us.
I could never have imagined, as they grew upon that hill, that in all the disappointments, that the dreams would be fulfilled. As we're learning from this story, that sometimes we have to fall, but there's a place of hope and glory, and a purpose in it all. Hallelujah,
Well done you. Even with that technical glitch, I'm sure you will agree that was an absolutely amazing performance. Let's give them all one big She's just saying, dig deep in your pockets, we need a new sound system. Right, okay, thank you to so many people. Thank you to our stage hands, Millie and Kyra tonight, getting everything on and off, remembering exactly what they needed to do. Thank you very much, girls. I don't know where you've disappeared to. Thank you very much. Thank you, girls. Thank you for all of those people that helped with props, that made us 1001 crosses, Mr. Hardreaves, thank you. For everybody that served coffee and biscuits, people that have sold tickets for tonight, that have been on the stalls, people that come along every week to help us register, sign the children in. They make juice and biscuits. We've sold tickets, we've made posters, to everybody that does the advertising, but most of all for the friendship and fellowship that we share with each and every person here. We really are a big family, and there are some boys and girls away for their Easter holidays today. But the amount of warmth and love that comes from this choir makes it really special. So thank you to you all for that too. And keep spreading that wonderful word of Shine, because it's wonderful. 10 years next year, so that's amazing, isn't it? 10 years. So another big
Oh, it's on surround sound. Don't know what that means. I'm just going to have a look at the board and see who wants to be a vicar. Because even when your kids are all grown up, you get to come and see amazing things like this. I know Anne and myself, we arriving on the busiest week of the Christian year, and this has just been an absolute joy. You are just so brilliant, and all the people who helped put together are brilliant as well. And it's just what... Is it on? Sounded more interesting with an echo. But it's been an absolute joy, and you are just so brilliant, everybody. And all I can say is just thank you from Anne and myself and everybody at St. Clair's. We are just so blessed to have you here. Thank you.
I'm not going to say very much at all, but I said to Jeff, we need to say thank you at the end, will you do it? And then I sat there and I thought, no, I need to say thank you as well. So thank you guys, you've just been amazing. And for me, this is the story that's the best story that ever was out of all the stories. And you did it justice. And do you know why you did it justice? Because you know it's your story as well. You know that Jesus loved you and he died on that cross for you, and that is just the best thing. And it's our story, and that's why it touches us. The few people that haven't been thanked are Helen and Kath. They give up so much of their time and their love and affection and everything else. Can we just give them a great big thank you? But we just want to wish everybody the best special Easter ever. Thank you.